ahead and get us started. We are 1 minute past 8:30. We really want to honor your time tonight. My name is Hannah Shanks, and I'm a Platinum with Young Living from the Kansas City area. Friends with a lot of you. I could talk about the immune system and all the things to do with it for hours, but the girls made me promise that we would keep this class to 45 minutes. So we're going to give you so much good information tonight about this, and I just really cannot wait to share all of this information with you. So we still have people coming into the waiting room. If you are getting in here late, don't worry, we have a recording. So we will pop that link to the recording in the event page later on tonight. So don't worry if you miss a few things or if you need to go back and listen, we will set you up with that recording, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So what is the immune system, right? Good news is you have one, right? Everyone has an immune system, and it is your body's defense system, right? This is so cool. The word for immune system actually comes from a Latin root word, and that Latin word means free or untouched. Today, when I was researching and finding all of this out, I was like, what? Like, that's what that word means. And it's such an interesting concept to think of it in those terms, because the immune system is really what helps defend your body and your health from all of the various invaders that we come in contact with in our world. So the immune system is made up of a network of cells, tissues, and organs, and they work together to protect us against pathogens. Now, pathogens are things like viruses, bacteria, all the things that we think about that can make us sick, fungus, and things like that. When pathogens enter to our body and begin to multiply, they start damaging our healthy cells in the process. And when enough of our healthy cells get infected with the multiplying pathogen, that's when symptoms appear, okay? And so the immune system is a really cool gift from our creator God, who made us to be able to fight off the evil things in the world that come at us. There are billions and billions of different viruses, bacteria, and pathogens, microbes, and things like that that we come in contact with. They morph and they mutate and they change, and they're always trying to take us down, right? And our body is so smart. Our creator was so intelligent that he created us with this amazing immune system that most of the time allows us to go throughout the world free and untouched by the harm that tries to come against us. And that's where our defense system comes in, okay? So one interesting thing that I was not really aware of this until just a couple of years ago, and I am constantly studying more about this. I'm super interested in this type of thing, but where is the immune system located? Before I actually started researching this, I assumed that the immune system was like some sort of, I don't know, it didn't have a location, right? I don't know where it lived. I just knew that, like, when I get sick, my body fights it off. And, like, sometimes I don't get sick when I come in contact with things. Well, the immune system is actually located pretty much all throughout the body, which is amazing, because no matter where a pathogen enters or where it tries to travel and replicate, our body has tissues that try to fight it off and defend ourselves from it. So crucial parts of the immune system are also part of the lymphatic system. There is a really interesting link. And so lymph glands and tissues all throughout the body are huge for the immune system, and they help push all of that lymph fluid around and out, get all of the infected blood and material out of our body. So the thymus gland, you can kind of see where this is on this picture. The thymus gland actually filters and monitors your blood content and produces the key immune cells called T lymphocytes, or your white blood cells. And so it's right here, kind of in between like the tops of your lungs. And a really cool thing that you can do to like activate your thymus is actually just tap on it. And I love to put an essential oil on my hands and tap on my thymus to activate that. Immune supporting essential oil is really amazing for that. To tap on that, it kind of wakes up that gland and helps it to function better. If you've never looked into tapping, it's a really cool modality. And so that works really great for tapping your thymus. Your tonsils, a lot of times people are recommended to get their tonsils taken out. I would highly recommend that you reconsider that, because your tonsils are a key part of protecting your body from pathogens trying to enter into your respiratory system, which is a huge part of our immune system, right? And when it goes down hard. So your tonsils are a first line of defense gland to protect, and that's why they kind of get like swollen sometimes. That's a sign that your body is fighting off infection. So Those are really important. Your spleen is an organ. A lot of people are like, what does the spleen do? Well, it manufactures antibodies, which is huge, hugely important, and lymphocytes, as well as filters out blood that removes microbes. So we need to get that bad blood out of our body. That's the whole, like, that's what the body's trying to do, is remove the pathogen, and it's replicating really quickly. So the body gets to work removing that. And then a huge portion of our immune system resides in the gut. And we will talk about that a little bit as we get going tonight, but there are lymph glands even inside your intestines, you guys, that monitor the intestinal bacteria populations. And so when we say 80% of your immune system resides in your gut health is so crucial and important to your body staying healthy. Okay, next slide. Can the immune system actually be supported? We have been talked at a lot the last 2 years about how the immune system can't actually be supported, that there's nothing you can do. You have to take all of these other protective measures, and you really just like need to live in fear because your body doesn't know how to fight anything off. Hopefully I just completely debunked that, because I just walked you through 4 of literally dozens of organs, tissues, glands, and cells that the Lord made in our bodies to fight off those pathogens. And we can absolutely support those things. Okay. So it is a myth that your immune system cannot be supported. It absolutely can be. It can be strengthened, which is what we're talking about tonight. We're going to tell you all kinds of good stuff about how to do it. So first of all, what weakens the immune system? Okay. These may be no-brainers, or they might be new to you. Okay. Stress weakens your immune system response. Stress wreaks all kinds of havoc in your body, all kinds of havoc. It elevates hormone levels that are not meant to be elevated. It weakens your immune system because your body is so distracted by the stress that it's trying to deal with that it cannot fight off the pathogens that you are that you're needing to fight off. Negative emotions. Did you know that negative emotions get stored in your body and they cause disease? Research is coming out that most, like a huge portion of chronic autoimmune conditions where your immune system like literally is not working correctly, chronic autoimmune conditions, most of them have a emotional and mental health component to them. You guys, we have a mental health crisis in our country. And also we have an autoimmune disease crisis. These things are plaguing women in our country, and a lot of them have both. A lot of them have mental health and immune health and autoimmune conditions, and it's because negative emotions are not being properly dealt with. They're getting stored in our organs and tissues, and when we don't deal with those things in a healthy way, they manifest in disease. Okay, sugar and processed food. I am your friend, but I also am going to tell you the truth. Sugar is a killer for your immune system. I always think it's super interesting. We always say the fall and the winter is like cold and flu season, it's sickness season, but the flu season starts to coincide with when we all go inside all the time and we're around a bunch of other people and we're not getting outdoors and fresh air, and we start eating sugar in October with Halloween and all the fall festivals. Start eating sugar constantly from October, November with Thanksgiving. December is like a whole sugar feast, right? The entire month we just eat sugar all month long, and then we feel terrible. Then New Year's we like kick it into gear for like 2 weeks, and then we're like, I'm over it. And then we have Valentine's Day, and then Easter. And you guys, we have tons of holidays that are just revolving around sugar, and we eat it all of the time. There's always a reason to have sugar. But here's the truth. 1 tablespoon of white processed sugar that you eat in a day can literally distract your immune system from being able to function for up to 6 hours afterwards. I always think it's so interesting because everybody wants to keep their kids super healthy, and yet we take them to birthday parties and we just load all of them up with sugar and then like put them like right in front of each other. And it's like literally the worst thing you can do if you want to stay healthy is like get together with a whole big group of people and then eat, like gorge yourself on sugar, right? But we just think this is normal because it's been so normalized in our society. But really, avoiding sugar and avoiding processed food, you are what you eat. You're either choosing to eat something that is healthy, that's going to promote health in your body, or you're choosing to eat something that's going to promote disease. I am a very black and white thinker. And I know that our bodies are designed to kind of filter out some of our less than optimal choices, but really we are distracting our immune systems from being able to work every time that we choose to eat sugar. And so personally, I think you should avoid it as much as possible during the fall and winter months. Eat lots of really good vegetables, choose natural sweeteners like honey and maple syrup. Those are not going to have that effect on your immune system because they have vitamins and minerals in them, instead of just like all of the sweets and all the baked goods that use white table sugar. And then also synthetics and toxins in our environment. You guys, our body was designed by nature. Our body was designed by God, and so were plants, and they were designed to be synergistic together, right? Our bodies were designed with organic material. God made us literally from the earth, and then breathed life into us. And he also made all these plants, all these vegetables, all of the fruit, all of the vegetation of the earth. And he put healing power in those plants, you guys, to be able to support our bodies, to support the immune system that he gave us, because he knew we were going to live in a fallen world where we were going to need some things to help our bodies optimally function. Here's the thing. Scientists and chemists have discovered, oh, plants have these like components in them that have healing properties. And so, you know, what's cheaper than sourcing the plant to make a medicine? It's isolating that compound and figuring out how to make it in a laboratory. And then we just make that specific compound and we make medications and sell it. You guys, this is what aspirin is. Aspirin is a synthetic lab created version of the birch plant, right? And so they isolate that and they lab create it, they replicate it. Well, here's the problem. Our body is really smart, and it knows the difference between a synthetic and a natural form of something that's therapeutic to it. And so when we give it a bunch of synthetics, it's like, I kind of recognize this as something that I could use, but I don't know how to use this. And that's why medications force an effect on our body, because they have to do things to them in a lab to get them to force the effect that they want on our bodies, right? And that's not how natural products work. And so when we give it a ton of synthetics and we deplete our immune system with toxins that it's not meant to handle, it gets really overwhelmed really quickly. And it's like, I don't know what to do with this stuff. So I'm just going to like try to filter it out, or maybe store it in my cells. And that's why all of our cells are overloaded with synthetic materials that were never meant to be stored in our bodies, that are literally making us sick. Okay. So that's the bad news. I'm done with the bad news. Now for the good news. What strengthens the immune system? Okay. So there's four main things: eating real food, whole nutrient dense real food, tons of vegetables, tons of fruit, healthy fats like avocados, avocado oil, olive oil, avoiding like processed crop oil, avoiding like soybean and canola oil. Those are really hard on your body. They store them. They don't know what to do with it. It leads to inflammation, all kinds of bad stuff. So really shop the perimeter of the grocery store, eat as naturally as possible, whole foods that came from the earth, that had a mother, you know, eggs and oils that come from vegetables and nuts and seeds and things like that. Supplements, plants, and oils. I kind of talked about this a little bit already, but you guys, our body knows exactly what to do when we give it support from plants, when we supplement with whole food based supplements, when we give it things that are extracted purely from plants. We can think that we're doing all kinds of great things, but even if we're giving ourselves synthetic vitamins versus real whole food vitamins, our body knows the difference. If we're trying to like support ourselves with like cheap oils from TJ Maxx instead of oils that are purely sourced and purely cultivated from a plant that's not been given pesticides and herbicides and all kinds of stuff, and they don't use additives when they extract it. Our body knows the difference. Our body knows how to use an oil that's been produced well and correctly versus an oil that it's like, what is this? This is fragrance. I don't like this. And so it knows the difference. Getting outside and exercising, we have to get outdoors. The more our lifestyles become indoor and sedentary, the unhealthier we become as a society. We have a lot of people who are afraid to go outside. We have a lot of people who are not moving. They're not getting sunlight. Sunlight is huge for helping our bodies actually produce a hormone that's vitamin D. And we can't really produce it unless we have sufficient sunlight. We're meant to breathe fresh air. We're so much healthier mentally and physically in our immune system if we get outside and move our bodies. And then decreasing our stress and getting plenty of sleep. Stress is a killer. You guys, I've kind of already talked about this. The elevated cortisol levels that come from stress, elevated levels of stress eventually make your hormones get out of whack. They lead to negative emotions, right? If you're constantly under stress, you're going to have lots of negative emotions that then you have to figure out how to deal with those. Those will impact your sleep. And if you're not getting enough sleep and you have tons of negative emotions and you're constantly stressed out, your health is going to take the brunt of that. And if you don't have enough good things in your health savings account, basically, where your real food and your plants and your oils and your supplements and enough exercise and outdoor time, then your body's going to be like, I don't have enough to pay the piper here. Like if I'm super stressed out and I don't have any of these things that I rely on to be healthy, like I do not have anywhere to go here except to have sickness, right? And so that's what we see happening a lot. So what strengthens the immune system is lots and lots and lots of these things. And we're going to talk through these things tonight in this class. Going back instead of forward. Okay. So tonight we're going to be talking about all the things from a company called Young Living that I absolutely love. I've been a part of Young Living for 8 years. It's kind of like a natural wellness superstore that exists online. So it's like your Costco membership, your Sam's Club membership, where you have an account with Young Living where you get to go shop online. And you guys, they have hundreds of products. All of them are so clean. They're the purest products that you can find on the market. They have the best and cleanest ingredients. They have pure oils, elite supplements, clean natural home products. And you can get everything that you would normally buy from Amazon or Target or Whole Foods, all your supplements, all your household cleaners, every oil you would want, tons of home products, things to help you take care of yourself and your kids and your family. You can buy them from Young Living instead of having to go shop all those places. And it's really awesome. So we are going to talk, everything that we're going to share tonight is from Young Living. Me and 3 friends are going to share with you tonight about some of our favorite things, the things that we have seen be the most powerful for us in taking care of our immune system in the last years. We have really powerful testimonies and just tons and tons of good stuff for you. But everything that we're going to recommend tonight is from Young Living. So just know that going forward, all of these products are from youngliving.com. It's our favorite wellness superstore that we shop from all the time. We're going to help you know how to get started and know what to do with these products. So I'm going to pass it on to my friend Holly Simon. She's going to talk about the best oils, essential oils for strengthening your immune system.
Hi, you guys. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, I'm Holly, and I have been using essential oils. That's what we're going to talk about, like the first piece of how you can really just create an environment that is completely hostile to bacteria and viruses. And guys, I'm telling you, I have 3 little girls. We have used essential oils for 7 years now. And since we got started and got serious about it, we have not used antibiotics. I mean, it's been years. I don't even remember the last time we used an antibiotic for anything, from a boil on an arm, on my daughter's arm, to ear infections. And so very, very excited to chat with you. If you don't have essential oils, you're brand new here tonight and learning about this piece of immunity, you are set up to really learn about one of the most effective weapons that you can add to your wellness arsenal for immunity and building immunity, safeguarding immunity, all of those things. And also, like Kina said, you can use essential oils to indirectly support immunity as well, through emotional support and sleep support. There's an oil called Tranquil that literally knocks me out. I'm a night owl. I kind of want to stay up. Sometimes I just crave that oil. I love it. And I roll it on. And then before I know it, I'm out and I'm like, dang it works too good. Others like peace and calming. There's so many good oils that even if you don't feel stressed, I promise you, we're all stressed, especially after the last almost 24 months. It's been a hard, rough 24 months. And so make sure you're putting on some sort of emotionally supporting oil every single day. Every day, take what we call the 60-second reset, where you put oils in your palm and you breathe them in for 60 seconds, breathe slowly. This actually really does matter, guys. And I don't want to overlook that part. There's so many critical studies that show that ongoing stress absolutely depresses your immune system just as much as eating sugar, just as much as something you physically put on your skin or in your mouth. Stress, the emotional part of that, absolutely leaves us vulnerable to everyday illnesses as well as chronic diseases if you leave it unchecked. Okay. And oils they're so powerful for that fight. So how you're going to use them is very, very simple. Like, don't overthink this. You don't have to be an aromatherapist. Guys, the way I use my oils is like this. I take an oil, put it in my hand. Okay. And I apply it. All right. I love to do it like she was talking about, over the thymus, over the thyroid, over my chest, on my pulse points. And it's very simple. You can make rollers, right? I'm going to give you a recipe for an immunity roller that is so powerful here in a second. You can do inhalers. Did you know that? You can go to Amazon, order an essential oil inhaler. I have friends who have terrible allergies, or they want to get an immune boost. There's essential oil inhalers. Young Living even has the nose what are those? The nose diffusers, where you can put that on and just be breathing in. We have a farm and we were butchering chickens. This is so off topic, but I actually use those for that. So I can't smell anything, but you can put like a good immunity boosting oil on one of those and breathing it in. Diffusers, diffuse. It's one of the best ways you get the oil particles up in the air, and you're breathing those in. Apply directly. If you're applying directly and you're trying to support immunity daily, just apply on the bottom of your feet and apply on your spine. That's like the two best places. If you're just like oiling for immunity, do that. Okay. If you're trying to target something, you can obviously apply. Maybe you have an infection in your chest, apply it on your chest, apply it on your back, apply it on the bottom of your feet. Okay. It's kind of intuitive. If I have arthritis and my elbows hurt, I'm going to put a pain oil or anti-inflammatory oil on my elbow. Okay. It's intuitive. It's not complicated. You can also do things like wear diffuser jewelry, and maybe you have a diffuser, a cute crystal diffuser necklace, put thieves on it, right? So you're getting the aromatic benefits of that all day while you're going through your day. So let's go ahead and Hannah, if you can click the slide, we're going to go. And I'm going to talk about, thieves first. And try not to read the slide. Listen to what I'm saying. I want you guys, because I want you to hear and retain, but take a screenshot of the slide, okay? So you can have it. So this is one of the best-selling oils of Young Living every year, top 3, okay? And the reason for this was actually created from research from about a group of 15th century apothecaries turned thieves. Okay. And what happened is it was during the plague, and they obviously knew the properties because of their trade. They knew the properties of these oils and these plants, and they rubbed the oils and concoctions on themselves to avoid contracting the plague, and then went and robbed like abandoned homes and stuff that people were like leaving behind because of the plague. So the formula of herbs, spices, and oils they used was disclosed. It's called the Marseille vinegar, the Four Thieves vinegar, thieves tea. There's multiple names for it, but all Young Living did is they went back and looked at that, and they've proven it. You can go in and type in like Dr. Cole Woolery did a really cool thing with cinnamon bark oil, which is one of the main oils in thieves, as well as clove, which I'm going to talk about here in a second, and a few other oils, about how effective. I mean, you can see it killing bacteria in a controlled petri dish test. It's incredible how powerful and how suppressed these remedies are. It really blows my mind how buried these remedies are. But yeah, that's a whole nother topic. So it's really cool because the killing power against the airborne microorganisms, when they ran a study on thieves oil diffusing it, after 10 minutes of thieves diffusion in the air, there was an 82% reduction in one microorganism, and there was a 96% reduction in another. Okay, so that's incredible. Personally, I just want to talk about my personal experience with thieves. This oil single-handedly pulled us out of chronic pneumonia with my oldest daughter. It is a catalyst, along with another oil called RC, that literally took our family ship that was going off a waterfall, and we felt helpless. We felt like we had all the medicines, nothing was working. We were in the hospital every 3 weeks during this season, the cold and flu season. It took us off that, and it like completely helped us turn the ship and have that control back. Every winter as a mom, I began to get to the point where nothing scared me. If she got a cold, I know I have everything I need to use for my daughter to keep us out of the hospital. And so I want to give you a pro tip here as well. I'm going to talk about another oil here in a second, but write this down for airborne concerns, right? Which has been, a major problem all year, but also just every flu and cold season, guys. For airborne bacteria, the spread of illness, one thing you really want to do periodically is alternate diffusing between thieves and Immu Power, which we'll talk about here in a second, those two. So what I mean by that is run your diffuser for one cycle with thieves, the next cycle diffuse Immu Power. Now, Immu Power doesn't smell good. Thieves smells good. It smells like cinnamon and cloves, herbs, a little Christmassy. Immu Power smells like you just got out of a pizza shop, but different, not as good. But guys, it is worth every drop. Okay. I will smell like a pizza shop for the power of that oil. And we'll talk about it here in a second, but make yourself a pro tip note of that. If people are sick in your home, my husband and my daughter went down with, we had some friends over and their daughter had, she started vomiting in our home. She vomited in our car, and we have not been sick in, gosh, I don't know. Like, it has been pre-COVID. It was the season before we caught a little something. We have not been sick at all during the whole year of COVID. We've actually been at our peak. And I think it's because I've just been over oiling, over supplementing. We haven't gotten sick one time. But anyways, sure enough, after she puked in our home and was here, they were staying with us. My husband got sick and then my daughter got sick. Actually, I was teaching a call. The girls know this. And my daughter literally was in the background and puked. And I was like, whoa, what is happening? But I just did all of my oils, right? I diffused between Thieves and Imu Power. No one else in the home stopped it in its track. No one else got sick. So these absolutely work if you're trying to like stay something as well. But guys, when I say I'm serious and aggressive with oils, I'm serious and aggressive. If you get something and you apply, oh, here's a drop of Thieves, and you think that that's going to stop it, it's not. If you take your oils, these can be used every 20 minutes. And in fact, in the body, the oils do their thing in 20 minutes and then they keep moving, right? So you can use these aggressively, and I'm very aggressive with them. So, yes, I did say Imu Power, and we alternate them. So another oil is frankincense oil, and frankincense oil is a must-have. It's a must-have. It's an overlooked immunity oil, which is kind of strange to me because this is a top shelf oil. This is a top shelf oil for immune system. Everyone's like, oh, it changes your skin. It makes you glow, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah. All the vein stuff, great. But this is like a must-have for the immune system. That's why it's like, I know personally 3 people that have beat cancer, bad cancer with frankincense or sacred frankincense, because it is a powerful immune system stimulant. So anytime we feel like we're being depressed or we've been exposed, or maybe we just want to keep our immune system stimulated and, like revving the engine of the immune system is how I think of frankincense. Apply it to your spine, apply it right here again over your neck. I love this part of my body to apply immunity oils. So also a study comparing frankincense to the antibiotic, and I can't ever say it, ciprofloxacin. I can't ever say it. Hannah's like cringing. She's like, Holly, you need to look up words and say them correctly. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't use this antibiotic. I don't use any antibiotics. But a study comparing frankincense to that antibiotic found that it was just as effective as the drug against the same harmful microbes. So that's so cool. I love this oil. You need to have it. You got to have it. Okay. You got to have it. It's so powerful. If we get sick, if we don't feel well, or we just want to boost, we're applying chest over the thyroid on our spine. Okay. And again, don't think you have to remember there's like special points. There's good points. Just get it on your body. Get it on your body and inhale it. Okay. Okay. So the next one is tea tree. And tea tree to me is kind of similar to frankincense. It's actually a natural antiseptic as well. So like things like, open wounds or anything like that. I'm not kidding when I say my daughter literally cut her hand open with we had just had a butcher knife sharpened. Again, why am I telling chicken stories tonight? It's just happening naturally. And this tea tree was the first one I reached to because it is such a powerful antiseptic, as well as I grabbed helichrysum, which is like liquid stitches to close a wound. Guys, it blows my mind. But tea tree is also, with frankincense, another immune system stimulant. Something I love to do with this that I think is a really good note to make for yourself. This is a cheaper oil. A little bit goes a long way. Add it to your baths. So if somebody isn't feeling good, or if you just want to do a weekly immunity bath, put tea tree in your bath. Okay. Throw in some lavender, which is I love a lavender and tea tree bath. Gosh, there's so many good things about a lavender and tea tree bath. Not only is it detoxing, it's also stimulating immunity. We call that like our little immune system bath. Okay. That's what we do. Do one once a week, do one more than once a week. But especially if you're feeling like you're dipping below that wellness line, help your body out. Guys, I'm telling you, if you're using oils, what it does is it keeps your body. So your body is dipping in wellness. It literally throws your body a life ring so your body can hold on and get its head above water and then be like, okay, back to healing, right? Your body can get its head above water so it can just keep doing what it was made to do. It was made to heal. Okay, it was made to heal. Okay, and the next oil is clove oil. This is actually in thieves oil. I keep them both on hand. And the reason why is I like to use some straight up clove. If you didn't know this, really cool historical fact, Ternate Islanders were free from epidemics until the 16th century. And here's what happened in the 16th century, historically, when they looked at this, like what happened? Like they were completely free and all of a sudden they're just plagued by epidemics. It was when the Dutch conquered the island. And what happened when they did that is they literally, the clove trees flourished on this island. But when they came and conquered, they actually destroyed all the clove trees. And after that, epidemics, like epidemic after epidemic, it's really cool, go study it, but it was because of the clove trees. They were flourishing on the island and they destroyed them. And the reason why is clove oil it has the highest antioxidant marker testing of any oil ever tested. And antioxidants, I mean, most of us know what that is, but basically I'm just going to say that is what protects you. They protect you. Okay. I don't want to get into all the things, but this is one of the most antiviral and anti-infection oils of all oils as a single. Thieves is a blend, meaning it was blended by Young Living with multiple oils. Okay. Okay, we can go to the next one. So the next one I'm going to cover are the citrus oils. And citrus oils, here's what's cool about them. Lemon and orange specifically are two you want to have. The citrus family of essential oils is notable for their lymphatic effects. Okay, you heard Hannah talk about the lymph system. When the lymphatic system is blocked, it cannot carry out its pathogen fighting activity. Okay, so you cannot carry out your pathogen fighting activity if it is blocked. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say Americans have a major problem with this. Your lymph system is not like your blood system in that it has no pumps. Okay, so that's why our lymph nodes swell and they hurt and blah, 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 but when fluid becomes stagnant, you have a problem. Okay, lemon and orange, use citrus fresh if you have that. The citrus family is notable for the lymphatic system because it moves the lymph fluid, it stimulates the lymph fluid, and also they have diuretic properties which assist the body in ridding itself of lymphatic waste through the urinary tract. Okay, so basically, here's a tip for you. Say you have like swollen lymph nodes in your armpit or on your neck. We do it in the armpit no matter what. If we're getting sick, we will take an essential oil like citrus fresh. We'll massage 2 to 4 drops on sore glands and under the arms 2 to 3 times daily. Write that down. I'm telling you, write that down, because if you're doing that along with everything else, like that's such an overlooked little pro tip. If you're fighting anything or just want to keep your lymphatic system moving, you can also go and look up on YouTube a lymphatic drainage massage. You can literally pump, you can apply here, and literally with oils, pump out that lymph fluid that is stagnant. Okay. So, and if you didn't know this, an MIE University study actually found that citrus fragrance alone boosts immunity. Just smelling it boosts your immune system. So smell it. It makes you happy as well. Okay, so the next one is Imu Power. This is the one I was talking about diffusing off and on with thieves oil. Guys, this is one of my top favorite must-have oils. I actually saw it was low and I freaked out because this oil for fevers, infections, this is like one of my all-time like save crazy. It's done crazy things. I've seen it do crazy things for other people. It's a strengthening oil for your immune system. So it strengthens it. And this diffusing it, applying it, it has one of the main powerhouse antibiotic oils known to man, plants, oregano oil. Oregano literally kills bacterial cells by making their membranes permeable. So it's crazy. Like it's so amazing. Even USDA has run a study on putting oregano oil in chicken feed, and it absolutely worked. Like it reduced, I think, mortality rates by like over 50% just by putting the drops in their feed. So it's a combo of a biblical oil called hyssop, mountain savory, which has even been used for like scoliosis, cystis, which also actually regenerates immune system cells. So if you're talking about regenerating immune system cells, that's huge, huge. And there's so many more oils in this. I don't want to get into all of it, but get ImmuPower. Like it's amazing. Okay, two left. Longevity oil. Longevity oil is actually, it's named that because it means long life. Okay, so I'm not going to get into all that, but this is a totally different blend than any other blend we have. It has thyme, which dramatically increases I can never say it, glutathione levels in the heart, liver, and brain. And you want this. You want those levels to be increased because that is the direct cause of accelerated aging. It's also found in every cell in the body, and it helps prevent cell damage. So this one is so good. You can take it in a capsule, but this promotes long life. Okay, we'll just stop there. And the last one that is very, very, very notable is Egyptian gold. And this is an incredible blend. It was actually gone. So let me give you another little key here. This is a fun little tip. It's called the nose pick. Okay, the nose pick. And basically you can take like some rose ointment from Young Living or just an ointment, put on some Egyptian gold in that sucker and just dab your nose right here and right here. If you are trying to prevent inhaling or you're trying to kill some viruses on their way up, this is a big deal. Okay. So anyways, I hope this helped you guys. Guys, I want to end with this. My father-in-law is a lung cancer survivor. He has one lung. Okay. He has gone 18 months and got finally at the end of this whole round. It was September, beginning of September, he got sick. We've been oiling him, all the things. Well, he got sick. Okay. And he got pretty sick. Long story short, he was at I had my husband go get a pulse oximeter. He was at 89, 90% oxygen and getting worse. And we knew this is a big deal. And he's got one lung. So he has all the comorbidities, right? He has diabetes, all the things. And guys, we literally oiled him out of that in 13 days. Now, here's why I'm telling you this. If you look at your screen, not only did we use all of these oils, we threw the book at it. You don't have to overthink this. Use what you have. If you don't have something, fine, throw other oils at it. They cross over and they all build your body. Okay. And they all fight for you. But this over here, geranium and lemon essential oils actually work for the prevention of COVID-19 into the human body. We were also doing this all over his chest. Here's what happened. His neighbor across the street, she is their best friend. It's absolutely heartbreaking. She's my father, and I'm not getting into vaccine versus not vaccine. I don't care about that. I'm illustrating a point here. She's fully vaccinated. She's been fully vaccinated. He is not. He has one lung. She is fit. They're the same age bracket. You guys, she died. He did not. And it's heartbreaking. And we we love them so much. I could cry talking about it. But those two for me side by side are absolutely deal breakers because I'm my father-in-law tested positive for COVID. It was COVID and we oiled him out of that thing, hands down 100%, as well as using supplements. And so I want to pass this off to the next speaker, which is Amanda Givens, and she's going to talk about some major supplements that we also used.
Hi, friends. So thanks, Holly. Mind-blowing information, so good. I know. I love that everyone is still on here because they're literally hanging on the edge of their seat, and you should be, because this information is gold and it's not talked about enough. And we need to be on top of sharing how to protect ourselves as we go into the winter season. And so I'm loving this class. I want to talk about supplements because I am a supplement junkie. They have radically changed our life. And I won't get into all of our stories, but I will tell you that I have 5 kids. And in the last 7 years, all 7 of us, including my husband, we have not had to take any antibiotics. We have not used over-the-counter medicines. We have supported our health completely naturally. My asthmatic daughter got COVID. We have so many good stories of immunity. And my kids used to pass ear infections and strep throat back and forth constantly. Someone was always sick in our household. Allergies. We just used to struggle so hard with our health. health. And so we have made changes to our diet for sure and different things like that. But I will say we are adamant oilers and we do not miss our supplements. And so I want to talk about supplements because in my mind, I had the perception that supplements were literally like for the gym bros, for the meatheads. And I just was so ignorant to what the supplement world looked like. And so here's the deal. The American diet is obviously significantly lacking, which leaves massive nutritional gaps in our diet and in our needs. And we don't really see those physical effects until we're into a vitamin deficiency for decades, which is why who do you see get sick the most? 40s, 50s, 60s. That's because typically we've been vitamin deficient for literally decades. And a huge part of that is the lousy American diet. And we can remain fairly healthy and strong through our first like 30 or 40 years of life and just kind of skate by. But if we really want to achieve vitality and feel good, then the nutritional bare bones, they literally just don't cut it anymore. We have to supplement our body. Yes, we need to eat nutritious foods, but we also desperately need supplementation, especially with the foods that we do have access to these days, the non-organic. I mean, if you're not eating all organic, then it's really hard to get the nutrients and absorb the nutrients. And so Hannah did such a good job about talking about that. But there are a couple of things that I want to share about Young Living supplements specifically. One, when I tell you they radically changed my life, I'm not kidding. I roll out of bed, groggy headed, no one talked to me. And I used to like run for my coffee, and I still do love my coffee. But now I run for my supplement cabinet. I take my supplements down the hatch and I feel better within, I swear to goodness, 10 minutes at most. They impact my body so much and I can feel the difference. And so we're going to share just like 4 of our top favorite specifically for immunity. So there are 2 important factors with Young Living supplements specifically. I've done a lot of research over the last 7 years to help me understand why, the vitamins on Walmart's shelves are not the same as a truly organic vitamin. And the first thing is that Young Livings are completely bioavailability, which means that our supplements our body knows how to use them. Our body is organic. Those supplements are organic. The I cannot talk tonight. The bioavailability goes way up, but we are really lucky because there's something else that Young Living has. Our supplements, all of them, infused with essential oils, which actually makes their bioavailability go up even more. So just by the oils being present in them, the blood absorption goes up by 64% in 30 minutes. And within 1 hour, it goes up 86%. That means your body is using the vitamins that you are putting in it. How many times, I'm going to get real raw here for a hot second. How many times have you seen a vitamin go out the way that it comes in? Seriously, the one-a-days, don't they go out the way they come in? Yeah, absolutely. That's because you're not absorbing them. And so let's talk about Young Living's most absorbable, most nutrient dense, delicious supplement. Hannah, will you flip the slide for me? So the Ningxia Red is our #1 most suggested supplement for immunity, hands down, and it is for everyone in the family from babies all the way up till 110 years old. So Ningxia Red is a drink. And when I first got this drink, I was like, I don't need this. What is this? I don't even know. Ningxia Red is a powerhouse antioxidant drink that goes in and it scavenges free radicals. So the best way that I can ever describe this is, how when you turn on a car and the exhaust is automatically going and it's creating the exhaust and all the badness? Our body's the same way. Our body is on all of the time. So free radicals are constantly being created by our foods, by the toxins in our environment. The car exhaust is always happening inside of our body. We need antioxidants to go into our body and scavenge those free radicals and kill them. Ningxia Red is a whole food, nutrient-dense, liquid nutrition that is power-packed with antioxidants. It's phenomenal. It tastes phenomenal. The stories that come out of it, I mean, I cannot begin to tell you. Like, if you have a Ningxia testimony, feel free to pop it into the chat thread. Immune-wise, I will just tell you, I have an autoimmune disease. And when I got real serious about drinking Ningxia and drinking enough of it for my body, I can feel the inflammation go out of it. I mean, I can feel the inflammation leave, and that is huge. I have lots of different friends who say the same, who struggle with like joint issues. Ningxia Red is just so good for you. It helps you with your blood sugar, digestion, gut health. Your gut is about 85% of your immune system. And so you want to really make sure that you have great gut health. And Ningxia Red is awesome for that. The other thing about Ningxia Red that's super cool is that it's a liquid and it is a whole dense food. So it's already basically pre-digested. It's very absorbable. Your body uses it very, very quickly. It's good for diabetes. It's good for high blood pressure. It's good for regularity. Our kiddos that can't go to the bathroom or adults, it's so good for them. But there's one more thing that I love. Do you guys have kids? I have all these kids, and my kids really struggled to eat great foods. And so one of them in particular, and Ningxia Red made me feel so much better as a mom because it has a full scale of every nutrient that my child needs. It is full of more blueberries, more nuts, more broccoli, more everything that I could possibly feed to my kiddo every day. And so that for me is a mom win, because when you feed your body well, your body works a lot better. And so I just have seen my kid go from like zero immunity to massive immunity and great gut health simply through drinking Ningxia Red. And I love that for him. That's hands down our number one supplement recommendation for sure. Let's talk about Imu Pro. Hannah, if you want to flip us over. Imu Pro, oh my gosh, my own story about it's phenomenal. I first started using it as a sleep aid because I was having trouble going to sleep. And then I very quickly realized that anytime I ever just felt really ran down, I'm a goer. Are you guys goers at all? I go all of the time. And then I'll hit a brick wall and I'm like, well, oh, I should probably like rest and do some self-care. I've had to teach myself that over the years. I know Holly relates. I see your side smile over there. Imu Pro was my best friend. It literally, I could take two and fall asleep and sleep a solid like 6 to 8 hours with two of them. The best sleep on the planet, and wake up fully refreshed. I didn't feel drunk when I woke up. I didn't feel groggy. It was so good. And so some people, Stacy and I were talking earlier, she said she takes like a half. Some people take one or two. They are chewable, so your kiddos can take them. They're excellent for kiddos with autism and ADHD. They're excellent to help them sleep and give them that immunity boost. But it's one of the most powerful immune stimulants known. Melatonin levels steadily decrease with age, which is a huge factor that contributes to just compromised immunity in general. And so I love this supplement. So whether you're looking for sleep support or immune support, those really go hand in hand. If you're not sleeping well, your immune system is compromised. So I swallow these whole because they're kind of chalky, but my kiddos chew them no problem. They're awesome. That's all I can say about that. Literally so awesome. Okay. And the last three really quickly. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's look at this slide. So I can't say half of these words, so I put them on a slide instead. But I just wanted to share this. Everyone snap a quick picture of this. This is, numerous studies have documented the ability of these botanicals to reverse cancer and stimulate both cell-mediated and humoral immunity, dramatically boosting level. Like, this is important information. Nobody cares about all the science stuff, but I'm kind of a science geek, so I threw this slide in here for us. Okay, you go to the next one, please, Anna. Everyone knows, we've all been talking about it, Super C. We need our C vitamins, right? We need vitamin C, especially right now. But did you know that you cannot produce vitamin C? I did not know that the body didn't produce it at all. All vitamin C has impressive health benefits, like boosting antioxidant levels. It lowers blood pressure, improves iron absorption, boosts immunity, reduces heart disease. Vitamin C is a basic, everybody needs it and everybody's lacking it. Young Living's contains, are you ready for this? 2,166% of the recommended dietary intake of vitamin C per serving. So that's phenomenal. But it also, the most like important thing that the girls think that we need to really note about this, and I think it's super important, is the acerola cherry. It's not made from absorbic acid. It's made from whole food. It's made from the acerola cherry, like whole food that was put on this planet that's super good for us, instead of a synthetic vitamin C. This is a big deal, you guys. All of our supplements are whole food supplements. And so, really, Super C is, I'm a huge fan. I take the non-chewables. I pop 2 a day. We haven't been sick through this whole COVID thing, and I'm just like super, super a fan of taking our vitamin C. If you need an immune system boost, this is a basic place to start. Okay, Super D. This D vitamin is just sunshine vitamin, right? Like we need D vitamin, but the reality is that a lot of people like sit in offices, sit in schools all day long, and we just don't get enough of it. So vitamin D is responsible for increasing all intestinal absorption of calcium, magnesium, and phosphate. And it really just plays overall role in our overall health. It's just a really important vitamin, you guys. It chronic disease prevention, cancer prevention, but mainly respiratory health. So this is a big one. And ours is super cool because kiddos can take it. They're dissolvable. They taste delicious. You stick them right under your tongue. I do 2 a day. I have friends who do like 6 a day. If you know where your vitamin D levels are, I love this stuff. 2 a day, pop it under your tongue, give a couple to your kids. They'll think they're candy and you'll know that they're getting their vitamin D. And finally, the supplement that I refuse to live without, for it's the best $20 you'll spend in your entire life, is Super B. And Super B is probably, while I use it for immunity, it really makes me happy. It makes sure that my hormones and my happiness and my emotions are all in check, but it also supports literally every function of the body. So B vitamins are essential to our health and our well-being, and each B vitamin has a unique and separate function. So did you know that B vitamins are codependent? They have to have each other to function well. So if you're just buying a bottle of B12 at the store, it's not nearly as effective or not effective at all as a full spectrum vitamin B. So we have the entire range of them. Our body knows how to process them. It supports our digestion, brain function, formation of red blood cells, which is so important, healthy liver function, energy production, metabolism, healthy skin. Literally every function is dependent upon B vitamins, including our DNA synthesis. So literally the best $20 that you will ever spend is Super B, and it will support your immune system. It will help you have happy, healthy emotions. It's a natural folate. It's not folic acid. We have been duped into thinking that folic acid is good for us. It is not. Synthetic folic acid is not good. You need it from folate, and that's exactly what Young Living's is. All right, we're cramming a lot of info in a little time. I'm going to pass it over to the beautiful Miss Stacy real quick to talk about immune supporting extras.
Hey, you guys, Amanda, oh my word, that was so good. You guys, this is literally the best support team ever. Like, I've had so much fun jumping in with Hannah, Holly, and Amanda. These classes are so full of information. Like, you guys seriously need to be getting your people on these calls because they're phenomenal. So I love giveaways. Anybody else? Raise your hand if you love giveaways. And another thing that I absolutely love is resources. I love to be able to do my own research. And one of my favorite resources that I've had in my hands and my arsenal for the past 9 years of being a part of Young Living is the Healing Oils of the Bible by Dr. David Stewart. So I'm actually going to be giving one of these away to you guys tonight. And the way that you can win one of these is to drop in the comments one little piece of information that you learned tonight that was like an aha moment for you. We want to see what you guys are learning, and we're really excited. So go ahead and put it below. While we are wrapping up with the bundle at the end, I will pick one and we will announce a winner on this call tonight. I have it in my Amazon cart and I will ship it to you. You will get it in 2 days. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to jump into the last part of our call, and that is our immune supporting extra. So the really interesting thing about phytochemicals, which are found in every non-natural synthetic ingredient filled product that most of us probably still have in our homes. I don't. I've gotten rid of all of my nasty products in my home. Amanda's shaking her head. Yes, a lot of us have. If you haven't yet, you guys, some of this stuff can be a little bit overwhelming. We recommend you just start where you're at. Okay, just taking it a little bit at a time. I love that Young Living has a program called Subscribe to Save, and you can literally subscribe with $50 to $100 a month of just switching out some of your products. I love the baby step process. We are here for you. We are your support team, and we can help you every step of the way. So phytochemicals can bombard the immune system by lodging synthetic unnatural chemicals into our organs, entering through our biggest organ, which is our skin. Can you move the slide, please? I don't know what's happening to my slide right now. I've got all these lines all over it. citrus oils in the armpits. That was so good. So much info on clove being a high antioxidant. Stress is so dangerous for your body. I love this. I love you guys for just absorbing all this information. Okay, thieves for days. Thieves oil is one of our most powerful oils. Holly already touched on that. You guys probably already know that. But Young Living has an incredible line of products. Anything that has thieves in it is going to be incredible for boosting your immune system. So we have the Thieves chest rub, the Thieves cough drops. Guys, my kids eat Thieves cough drops like candy because they are so good. You have the Thieves mouthwash. One of the main things that I want to highlight on Thieves mouthwash is it has colloidal silver in it. Something that most of us who've been around a while know about Thieves mouthwash is if you have an upset stomach, if you have strep throat, if you have a sore throat, anything like that, you can gargle Thieves mouthwash and you can swallow it. I'm not going to go into all the things that colloidal silver is good for. Just research it if you're interested. But the Thieves mouthwash, you literally can't go wrong with this. So having that in your arsenal is one of the best, biggest things that you can do on your next subscribe and save order. Thieves toothpaste. So a little thing for you guys tonight, a little bit of information. So when I learned that when making toothpaste in a lab, there is a chemical that you literally have to be masked from head to toe to fingertips. If this chemical gets on your skin at all, it will burn a hole all the way to the bone in your body. You guys, why would we put that into our mouth? Why would we do that? Because we don't know any better, right? So we need to make sure that what is going on in our body is going to be beneficial for our health. And hands down, the Thieves whitening toothpaste is my favorite. If somebody likes another toothpaste from Young Living, please drop it in the comments. But the Thieves whitening toothpaste is amazing. You can even use the Thieves toothpaste for your deodorant. Okay, like it's incredible. Love, love, love the Thieves toothpaste. Okay, go ahead and go on to the next slide. Two more superheroes. So we talked a little bit about, Holly talked about did she talk about an antibiotic? Some of the oils that you can use are basically like an antibiotic in our body. If you don't like messing with creating your own veggie caps, which you can do, there is actually a recipe. I can share it with you real quick. A recipe of 5 drops each. We take this if we are really sick and need some kind of antibiotic in our bodies. I haven't taken an antibiotic in 9 years because I had a really bad reaction to antibiotics 9 years ago. And I just really have tried to do all the things outside of that, so I don't have to do that again. So doing 5 drops each, Thieves, oregano, frankincense, 5 drops each, and a veggie cap. We will take that, and usually, like Holly had said, within 20 minutes, we will take one every 20 to 30 minutes and just make sure to drink a lot of water. Typically, we don't have to take any more than 3 or 4 of them, and we are good to go, okay? If you are somebody that doesn't really like messing with veggie caps, you would love this Inner Defense. Inner Defense is like an antibiotic. Amanda was saying earlier that she does like to take this daily just to keep her body well. My mom is another one that she can get sick sometimes, and so she likes to take one daily to keep her body well. But if you are just feeling really run down, feeling sick, you can't pinpoint what exactly it is or what part of your body hurts, taking an Inner Defense is the way to go. It's just truly incredible. Okay. Thieves household cleaner. So we had talked a little bit about how your chemicals, phytochemicals can get lodged into your body. Thieves household cleaner is probably one of the best things that you can do in your home as a whole change out for your entire house. So we do Thieves household cleaner. When I first started with Young Living, actually it goes all the way back to when I first got married. My husband and I went shopping for cleaners for our home. And I remember thinking, like, why in the world did we just spend $150 on cleaning products to clean our house? You had to have all the cleaners for all the things. And I remember telling Ruben, like, I wish that they could just create one product, one cleaner that you could literally clean everything in your house. And when I joined Young Living, I was so shocked. I don't know why it's shocking that you can clean your kitchen counters with the same product that you can clean your bathroom toilets with. I don't know why that was shocking to me. Anybody else? But it was just shocking to me that there was an all-purpose cleaner that you can use for literally every cleaning agent in your home. Okay. So, and I think I was more shocked when I found out that the price point was so incredibly low. You can make anywhere from 14 bottles of cleaner to 20 bottles of cleaner with this one bottle of concentrate. So definitely, if you don't do anything else, please switch out your cleaners in your home. You can clean literally everything. It's just absolutely amazing. Okay, next slide. And I think that my slides are done. Yes, Hannah, are you going?
I'm going. Yeah. Okay, you guys, this was so much good information. We went a little longer than 45 minutes, but that's what we do when we all are passionate about these topics. And I promise you, we all could have talked for literally hours about each of our things, but we are going to wrap this up. If you are not a member of Young Living yet, if you don't have an account where you can shop with them, it's super easy to get started. Young Living has retail prices, but nobody should pay retail prices because it's so easy to unlock a 24% discount. So there's two ways you can get 24% off their entire catalog. You can go to youngliving.com, ask for the referral link of the friend who invited you tonight, because they have like a link from their account that they can send you. So make sure you ask for that, and then you can take that link and you can either place a one-time 100 PV order, or so $100 in products, or you can put anything on Subscribe to Save, which is their monthly subscription program. We've kind of talked about that here and there tonight in this class, but basically you can get any Young Living product. So all the oils, all the supplements, all of the household products that we have raved about tonight and educated you on, you can get those on a monthly subscription order. You can change what you get every single month. You're never locked into spending a certain amount or getting like sample size products of things you don't want, or any of the like downsides to any of those subscription boxes. And you get paid back for doing the Subscribe to Save as well. They pay you back in points, like a gift card on your account. So it's truly awesome. It's the cheapest and the best value to get Young Living products into your home. There's three options for you to get started based off of the stuff that we've talked about tonight. So the first would be something to set on your subscription, because actually the starter bundle is out of stock right now, but this is a much better deal to get Ningxia. For the very first time, you can get a Ningxia Essential Rewards kit. So you actually get 4 bottles of Ningxia. So that's 2 more than is in this picture, plus a box of 32-ounce pouches. You can throw those in lunch boxes or keep them in your purse for on-the-go energy and immune support. And then a box of nitros. You can get that that Ningxia Essential Rewards kit and put that on your Subscribe to Save order. I cannot recommend that product highly enough. I know all of us are just absolutely thrilled with how it supports our family and our immune system. Second option would be the Thieves Bundle. You get 2 bottles of cleaner, 2 hand soaps, a mouthwash, a toothpaste, 2 Thieves sprays, and our hand sanitizer. You guys, these are CDC approved hand sanitizers and sprays that disinfect surfaces, disinfect hands. They're not going to be harsh. They're not loaded with synthetics and toxins that are actually going to like over sterilize and cause superbugs and all that stuff. These are really nourishing, body supporting products in the Thieves Bundle. Plus you get a full bottle of that oil for diffusing and applying on your spine and feet, like Holly was talking about. So that's an awesome deal for the Thieves Bundle. Another option, if you're wanting to get into more oils, a lot of the oils that we talked about tonight: frankincense, citrus fresh, digize, raven, lavender, peppermint, tons and tons and tons of great oils come in the premium starter bundle. You get to choose a diffuser. So the price point ranges on that from $165 to $265, depending on which diffuser you get. These are 3 of our favorite options. I got started with the premium starter bundle a long time ago, and those oils are still some of the ones that we choose to use every single day. And we use them heavily when we get sick and need to boost our immune system. So you can choose one of these 3 ways to get started, but you also can just choose to get started however you want. So you can take any of the products that we talked about, maybe the cough drops, the Immu Pro, any of our supplements, any oils that you heard us talk about. You can literally build your own bundle. You can make your first order anything you want. Again, you can do $100 in products. That unlocks your discount and gets you free shipping. And you can also just place any items that you want on Subscribe to Save. So say you want to try Inner Defense and Immu Pro and Thieves Cough Drops this month, you can actually change that before next month. If you wanted to try Ningxia, try a roll-on, try some oils or any other supplements, you can always change what you get, so you're never locked into anything like that. Ask the person who invited you tonight to help you if you need help bundling. I know we all have our favorite recommended things, and there's a lot of info that we shared tonight. We really actually tried not to overwhelm you, believe it or not. But we have so many awesome things to tell you about. It's kind of hard not to share just tons of information. So again, we'll have the recording to this class that for you. I know a lot of you will want to rewatch this and send it to some people who are maybe not able to get on or had to hop off early or anything like that. So make sure you reach out to the person who invited you tonight, get their link, ask for their help in bundling. And we're just so excited. We will support you every step of the way with this. We do classes like this. We have Facebook support groups and education groups. We will give you books and resources and all kinds of things, and we will never be alone learning how to use these products. If you forget how to use something, you can always reach out to the person who gets you into Young Living. The community is the best part, honestly. The friends, the 80 people who came to hang out tonight is just a glimpse of the awesome community that is Young Living. So thank you so much for spending your time with us in your evening. It means so much to us. Holly, or Stacey, are you going to do the give?
Yeah.
Oh, both of you are unmuted. Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it, girl.
So the healing, somebody asked me, the Healing Oils of the Bible by Dr. David Stewart is the book that I had recommended. And the winner, drum roll, is Hodges STK. So Hodges, PM me, find me on Facebook, PM me, let me know what your address is so that I can send it to you. Thank you guys so much.
Yay. Thank you guys. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye, guys.